Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, and as you can see by the title, honey, I got some goodies. So let's go ahead and test them out. Stay tuned. I'm sure if you have not been under a rock somewhere, you know that Fenty has launched its first powder collection. I have one right here. I'm telling you, I ordered this. It launched on December 26th at midnight. It was in my cart by like 12:06. Like I'm just saying, especially because my shade range tends to be the shade range that sells out first. So I wanted to make sure I had it. I didn't want to go to Sephora. I didn't want to do any of that. I wanted to go ahead and order it and call it a day. Normally in the Fenty foundations, the original formula, I wore 440, but after looking at some of the influencers and looking at a few reviews before I bought mine, I thought that it would be best that I go with one shade lighter. I was gonna say up a shade, but technically it's down a shade because I got 430, but that's one shade lighter than my normal color. 130 is described as deep with golden undertones, with warm golden undertones. I tend to either do 440 or 445. I actually am a neutral undertone, like an olive. However, I'm able to finesse pretty much any shade because I am neutral. If it's really red, sometimes it's not bad. I can kind of balance it out. It's honestly, when I wear neutral toned foundations, sometimes it can make me look dull or too dull. So I tend to always balance my foundations out when I have a neutral tone foundation with a warmer tone foundation, just to give me that brightness and depth that I like to see in my makeup. So I think 430 will work. I have been looking all over the internet. I think I've only found one other person who's reviewed this foundation who normally wears 440. Her name is LJ. I'll see if I can drop her link down in the description. But she actually bought 440, and after looking at her review, she said that she thinks that she probably should have went up. So I'm already excited about my decision. This is a medium to full coverage foundation. It has all the claims. It says that it's like non-cakey, weightless, sweat resistant, humidity resistant, blurring. Like, it's supposed to be a miracle foundation product. I only have one other powder foundation that I've ever used, and it's from MAC. As you can see, it ain't but a little corner left in there, and the only reason why I got that was actually to use it as a like setting powder, because when I first purchased it, other companies were not making translucent setting powders in those deeper, darker shades. As we all know, things have changed. We have variety, we have range, but that is honestly the only time I was using that powder foundation. Other than that, I've always been a cream or a liquid type of girl. So I'm excited to try this out. I assume that it'll be a little easier to maneuver and put on the face. My hands are so ashy. Y'all just gonna sit here and let my hands be ashy. Gotta get all in here, get that together. Alright, so I've rambled, I've talked, I've done all of that. Let's just go ahead and start prepping the face. Especially with the powder foundation, skin prep is very important. I'm going to go ahead and moisturize my face first before putting on my primer. I'm using the Fenty Skin Moisturizer. I figured I would take this time to kind of give y'all my reviews on the Fenty Skin line. I tested it out back in September, and I never did an official video on my thoughts on the line. So I figure since I'm already doing a kind of Fenty heavy video, now would be the time to go ahead and tell y'all how I really feel about Fenty Skin. And to be honest with you, it hurts me so much to say, but I was underwhelmed with it. I am a skincare girl. I've been for a few years, especially if you've been following my channel, you know that. And it actually did not work for me. I have combination skin. I am surprisingly kind of oily in here, but then dry on my nose and dry around my mouth. Specifically, the product that specifically does not work for me is the fat water. I know a lot of people were like, I can get rid of the rest of the line, but that's my favorite part. The fat water tore my skin up. I'm still trying to like recover fully from it. I ended up getting, as y'all can see, some kind of discolorations right in here. I think I did speak about it briefly on maybe a live, but I just wanted to make sure that I brought it back to y'all just to let you know. I do like the moisturizer, especially because it has SPF. I'm finna go out and about a little bit, so I definitely need SPF. If like when I run out, would I repurchase? Probably not. And as far as the cleanser goes, I do like the cleanser as a first cleanse. It is not cleansing enough for me to really get deep down in there. It's great to kind of do as a first cleanse to take off that first layer of makeup, but it's not deep enough to really give me that fresh feeling that I like from my skin cleansers. So I didn't want to do a standalone video about it because honestly it hurts my heart to not give Fenty rave reviews. So there you go. This is the Fenty Pro Filter Instant Retouch. Then this is actually soft matte, and the foundation powder is soft matte. So if you are drier, I don't put a whole lot on my nose. Just kind of let kind of the excess go around my nose. I'm really more so focusing it on my under eye and my forehead, because that's kind of, again, where I get a little more oily and where I would need a little bit more oil control. And whatever is left, I kind of swish all around the rest of my face. Since we are using Fenty, I'm going to kind of try to stick with some Fenty products, and I'm going to be using the Fenty Concealer in the color 440. Again, because this is liquid, you want to set down your cream products first. Just makes it easier. You can do it the opposite way, but why? Why make things harder for yourself? I'm also going to put some on my nose because, honey, I've been red in the nose. I don't know why my nose has been looking like Rudolph. I guess maybe my nose is in the Christmas spirit, but Christmas is over. So I need that little red cast on my nose to go away. While I let that sit and settle and dry down, I'm going to take the color 495 and place that as my contour spots. And you do not need a lot of this. Do you hear me? You see, like, literally just a dab, especially because this color is so dark and chocolatey. I can't use a lot. I feel like I just need a little bit of something else just right in here. Just a little pop of extra brightness. I'm going to take my Becca concealer in the color Cinnamon and just kind of you see, just a tiny amount of it, just to kind of kick it up just a little bit right up under my eye. Y'all already know I'm so particular about how bright my under eye is. Okay, that is so much better. Yes, that's a lot better. I'm happy now because I was like she ain't working. Okay, now she's working. Now she's come to work. She's clocked in. She's setting herself up at the cubicle. She ain't quite ready yet. She still got to drink her coffee, but she's getting there. She's almost ready to work. So let's get her clocked in, okay? Last thing I'm going to do before actually testing out this foundation is put a little bit of this Skin Fetish highlighter and balm duo from Pat McGrath. I'm going to go ahead and highlight. I'm going to take, so this is a two-sided product. This side is like a sheer balm. Like, it's just like gives you that glossy look. And this other side is the actual highlighter. And you can, if you like, you can mix them. You see what it looks like if you mix them together. This one gives you a little bit more of a iridescent. I actually love how it looks mixed with the balm. So I love how these mix together, especially with that balm side. But today I am just going to use the highlight side, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it all the way down to like the apples of my cheeks, actually. And then I'm going to just kind of rub it in a little with my finger. Okay, before I go ahead in with this powder, I'm just going to take a flat perfecting brush. It doesn't have anything on it, and just make sure that everything is married, because I will not be able to go back and correct once I put my foundation on. So I need everything to be blended. I need that blendization to be beautiful before my foundation goes on. Now, it's un tiempo for the product of the hour. All right, again, so this is the packaging. It is our typical Fenty Beauty octagon shape. All right, it's a little more raised than usual. When you open it up, you have the powder with a mirror. The FB is embroidered in. Flip it up, you have a magnifying mirror and the sponge applicator. So you can apply this with a sponge or a brush depending on the type of coverage that you want. Sponges and dense brushes give you a higher coverage. The looser the brush, the thinner the coverage. I'm going to be using the Morphe E31 brush. It is a pretty nice and dense brush. It still has some looseness, so I'm expecting to get about a medium coverage from this foundation using this brush. All right, there she is. Oh, instant gorgeous. All right, let's go ahead and get her in. So far, I think me doing the 430 was the best option. I do like the warmth and the depth that it is adding back to my face. I've been seeing a lot of people saying that their issue specifically with this powder is if you're using it alone, you could appear a little flatter. And right now I'm not, so I am liking it. I did not do any under eye powder. I figured I would kind of do that after putting this powder on. So give me a second, because I see where I need to go. I don't have anything on my brush. I'm just kind of going over my under eye just a little bit, but I haven't added anything extra onto my brush. I'm going to go ahead and take my Fenty powder in the color Honey, and I'm gonna go under my eye. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish my eyes and the rest of my face off camera, and I will be right back to kind of give you my final thoughts and see how we're feeling. BRB, be right back. All right, so this is my finished face. Tried to do something pretty, you know, y'all know I'm into light things now, but so far, first impressions, I do like this foundation. I'm thrown off by my face, y'all, just because of the concealer on my under eye. I've been so stuck on my Born This Way Too Faced concealer that I have not been using my Fenty concealer. And the color 440 to me does not provide the kind of like brightness that I like to have on my under eye. I guess especially since I did go up a shade with 430. So I would definitely suggest changing your concealer if that's what you choose to do. Again, this looks nice. It's just I look for a certain level of contrast between my under eye and my face, and it's almost looking one note in that sense. That's why I had to kind of go back with my Becca, but it's still not giving me like what I really want. So I do want to try this back out with my Born This Way, but I did want to use a full face of Fenty just for video purposes. But I'm definitely going to keep trying it out, and I think with my other concealer, my Born This Way concealer that gives me a little bit more golden brightness, that will help. But as far as the foundation, it's definitely, I was going for a medium coverage. It's definitely giving me just like slightly more than medium, just like a little bit, because I'm definitely not seeing as much as I see a little bit, but not nearly as much of my dark spots and things that I was necessarily expecting. Making sure that that base is nice and blended helps. I like the finish of it, nice soft matte. I like it paired with the soft matte primer, so I'm sure it will make sure to maintain oil control. Like, even though it's soft matte, it's not like it, my face doesn't look dry. It definitely doesn't look cakey. I can see the kind of blurring that they were talking about. I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna be wearing a mask. We'll see if I get a bunch of transfer. But so far I'm happy with it. So this is going to be a wear test. I'm going to try to at least give y'all maybe 6 hours. It's been about 30 minutes so far, so we'll say 1:15 was when this face went on. And so I'll try to check back in with y'all when I come back from running errands and at the end of the night. But so far I am saying yes, but you know, I don't want to speak too soon. I'm gonna wear this today and we'll see. Side note, y'all see that glow on them cheeks, honey? Ooh. Ooh. Them cheeks is popping. Who needs blush, honey, when you got a little glow? But all right, let me go run these errands for real and I'll be back. All right, I wanted to make sure that I did a like midday check-in. It's 6, almost 7 o'clock, so this makeup's been on for almost 6 hours. Get a little closer. So far so good. I've actually been playing with the boy, like doing raspberries on his belly and stuff, so I've been all over him. I have not had a whole lot of transfer so far. I don't look super oily. I am getting a little separation up in here, but we'll talk about that at the end. But I just wanted to make sure I came in and like checked in midday. All right, you guys, so that is it. Is the end of the night. It is officially 8:46, so I've had this on for 7.5, almost 8 hours, which is a full day's wear. And I mean, does she look like unmoved? I mean, yeah, of course my lips are gone, but overall, like, my makeup looks really good. Let's look. Let me take a deeper look at her, honey. My under eye is a mess, but other than that, my skin, as far as oil, it's not oily at all. It's the same texture that it was when I put it on, a nice soft matte. It's not drying. Honestly, it doesn't feel like anything is on my face. I'm ready to take my eye makeup off just because my eyes have been bothering me lately, so I've been like tearing up and all this kind of stuff. So as y'all can kind of see, I even got like a little busted blood vessel. Like, my eyes have been doing the most lately. But as far as my skin, it doesn't feel like I have anything on. I do like the color. I like the coverage. I was looking at the color in my bathroom, and bathroom lights can be deceiving, and it looked kind of red to me in the bathroom. I did my midday check-in in one of my bathrooms, and it was in that bathroom that I was like, okay, it's looking kind of red. But as I sit here at my vanity and with my lights and everything, I think this is a nice color match. Again, normally I wear 440. This is 430. 430 is definitely warmer than 440 is, but I think I can make it. I would even try, honestly, I might even try 420. I mean, I'm not gonna buy it now or anything, but I think I'm okay with trying it. I will come back and give y'all a follow-up video in which I use this kind of as a setting powder versus just as a foundation. So if y'all are looking forward to seeing that video, make sure you drop that down in the comments. Is this a yes? This is definitely a yes. I even went out and ran errands, and I did not have any transfer on my mask, which I didn't expect to. I definitely, you know, you definitely can expect more transfer with those liquid foundations, but with powder foundations is you know, I didn't. The only, when I took my mask off, the only thing I saw was my lipstick. So this is probably going to be my new go-to foundation. Like, what, Fenty? Have you done it again, girl? I am definitely happy. I I normally do not do these wear tests because I do not have my makeup on long, especially since I don't work outside of the home anymore. But you know, I did that for my beauties. Thank y'all again. Make sure that you tune in each and every week for Face Beat Friday videos, and from 4 to 6 for my Finally Be Friday lives. I hope y'all enjoy it, and I got even more things to come to y'all with for the new year. Also, shout out to my Patreon beauties. Y'all are the real MVPs. If you would like to join my Patreon and get early access to my videos and access to all of my past live streams, all you have to do is click the link below. That's it, you guys. I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.